Assalamu alaikum. In this video we will talk about the literary device imagery. Initially I want to tell you the definition of imagery. Imagery refers to language that stimulate the reader's senses by evoking those senses through touch, taste, sound, smell and sight. The writer impacts a deeper understanding of the human experiences, connecting with the readers through a shared sensory experience. Writers create an imagery through words, and picture is built in the mind of the reader while reading the text. There are 7 types of imagery. Number 1 is visual, then auditory, olfactory, gustatory, tactile. The first one is auditory. Describe what we hear: music, silence, noise. The second one is visual, which describe what we see: colors, patterns, shapes, size. Olfactory describe what we smell: nice fragrance, bad odor. Tactile describe what we touch or feel: texture, movement, temperature. And the last one, gustatory, describe what we taste: sour, sweet, acidic, bitter, salty. Here is an example of visual imagery from Daffodil by William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that float on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Here William Wordsworth creates an imagery of golden daffodils, clouds, hills and trees. There are also the example of auditory imagery: the clank of the keys, the clang of the plates, crow of the rooster in the morning, the chirping of the bird, whistle of the nightingale, the rustle of the paper, and the pitter-patter of the rain. Then there are several examples of olfactory imagery. For example, as she entered the warm house, she was welcomed by the scent of the hot apple cake and coffee, and the sweet fragrance of honeysuckle always reminded Jenny of her mother's perfume. These are the pictures of the olfactory imagery. There are also several examples of gustatory imagery. For example, my mouth nearly watered as I stared at the chocolate bubbles and imagined the sweet creamy dessert rolling on my tongue. The boy bit into the ripe peach and smiled as the sweet, soft fruit filled his mouth and the juice ran down his chin. We can easily see the gustatory imagery in these pictures. There is also several examples of tactile imagery. For example, a gust of cold air blew over her, causing her body to shiver. Example from literature: the toad was slimy in her hands. The roughness of a sweater, the coolness of a fresh sheets, and the softness of a kitten's fur are all examples of tactile imagery. This is the picture related to textile imagery. I hope you can understand, but if you have any questions, so ask in a comment section. Thank you.